Hello, Rajesh sir. Yes, can you hear me?
all the participants. Once again, I welcome you all to the 1 month workshop on AI/ML for Internet of Things. Today we are having an eminent speaker with us, Mr. Rajesh, who is currently working as an associate professor at Guru Nanak Institute of Technology, Hyderabad. Sir, on behalf of IETE Pune chapter, Buzz Engineering Academy and Civic Incubation Center, I welcome you onto the virtual dais, and I request you to please take over the session.
Then later on, I'll jump to sentiment analysis. This is our today's session journey. Now, before continuing our session, first of all, we should know about artificial intelligence. It is nothing but it is a simulation of our intelligence which we are going to add to the machines. I mean to say any device. Let us take the computers. And today, the artificial intelligence is becoming an umbrella to every field. Every field. Nowadays, we are using most of them, many of them are using mobile devices. And these mobile devices are connected with an internet, isn't it? So, this is playing an important role. Then, how we can club this machine learning or deep learning into an internet of things? So let me brief about machine learning and deep learning. And machine learning and deep learning both are subdivisions of artificial intelligence. That means they are the subparts of an artificial intelligence. Then what is the difference between this machine learning and deep learning? Why we are going for machine learning, and now why we are speaking about deep learning? So in machine learning, what we have to do is we need to the humans need to extract the features as I am showing here. Let me take right as I am showing. What is the difference between machine learning and deep learning? So in machine learning, we are going to provide the input. Later on, we need to select the features. Which features are going to design for our model. So for those features, we need to identify and we need to select and we need to extract them. After extracting, we need to form them as a vector. Then we need to provide to our model. Then we need to provide to our model. Then our model will, in this case, it will classify whether the input belongs to an object car or not. This is in case of machine learning, isn't it? Both machine learning and deep learning will serve the same purpose. But in case of deep learning, if you observe deep learning, here no need to have any human intervention. Directly the model itself will be trained by providing the input object. So this is the basic difference in the previous sessions. Many expert persons in the previous sessions, they spoke about machine learning and deep learning. Just I am briefing you what is the difference between this machine learning and deep learning. So here, basically, the humans need to extract the features. Then we need to feed the features to the network. Then these the features, whatever here we are using prediction. This is a prediction mode, and this is a prediction. Here we are going to predict about the object, whether it belongs to a vehicle car or not. Then this machine learning and deep learning are embedded into Internet of Things concept. Embedded into Internet of Things concept. So day to day we are talking about home automation. We're talking about home automation. It contains what many devices, and many devices we are connected by using the help of what internet. Maybe in the business organization, or maybe at our homes also. Nowadays we are speaking about Internet of Things and Internet of Devices. Anywhere, anytime we can access. And here, this Internet of Things is playing an important role nowadays in society, especially in the healthcare domain, as well as the agriculture domain. Previously, the farmers don't have any knowledge to know about their soil and what grains they need to consider for their lands, isn't it? But nowadays, every information is available by using this Internet of Things. And most of the people now, they are using drones also for fertilization. And this is also comes under Internet of Things. That means I need to say all the devices, physical devices, which are helping the human beings. If they are connected with the internet, then we can say these are all are interconnected with the Internet of Things, isn't it? And now in this one, how they will behave. Sometimes you heard about home automation. Before reaching our house, the air conditioner must be on, isn't it? And how it is possible? Because of this Internet of Things. Next, what is the role of machine learning in IoT? So these two are embedded together here. Suppose if you want to perform, if you want to have any activity of any device, then we have to apply some machine learning algorithms, isn't it? Some machine learning algorithms to it. Basically, the machine learning algorithms will exist in different forms. One, I will brief you about supervised learning. Other one is unsupervised learning and reinforcement learning. Suppose if you are using a supervised learning, then we need to provide the class labels. The machine will identify, the model will identify whether the input tested image, tested input belongs to particular category or not. That is classification. That is in case of supervised learning. Whereas in case of unsupervised, no need to provide any class labels. Directly, the model will identify the similarities, and accordingly, the model will identify the similar test data into different clusters. So this is the role of machine learning in terms of Internet of Things. Next, my interest, our session is some use case. Here I am providing you some use case. Before that one, we need to understand where we are going to apply this artificial intelligence or machine learning or Internet of Things. Numerous applications are there. Numerous applications we are finding right now in the society around the world, isn't it? Now, I would like to take one use case. The use case is attention diversion. So far, I have glanced about artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning, then IoT. Next, we'll start our actual today's session. That is AI, ML, IoT embedded use case. Now, in this one, I have selected one challenge, that is attention diversion. Nowadays, why I am taking is, nowadays it is very easy to connect to people. Now also I can say with this session, all we are connected. We are all available at different places, but we are virtually connected, isn't it? Virtually, we are connected. This is the power of emerging technology, isn't it? From emerging technology, I have taken this use case. What is it? Attention diversion is most of the speakers who are speaking. That means we can say that some unusual persons, they will speak different words to different people. and with those words, there is a possibility of going for suicides if the peoples are having weak sense. In that case, this has to divert their attention. That is the main intention of this use case. Now, I'll show you the use case now. Here, what is the use case is, suppose if somebody is speaking on a mobile to some other person, with their speech, with their voice, we will be motivated, or some emotions will be created in us, and that creations that with the created emotions, we may take wrong direction, wrong decision. Whenever somebody is inspiring with unusual talks, unusual words, you can say, in that case, our mind has to divert from that speaker. For that one, here, for that use case, here I am taken here three different modules. I can say three different modules. One module will act on speech. One module will act on emotions, and other module will act on mobile here. So in this one, we are using, we have to use artificial intelligence, or we can say machine learning or deep learning. Then emotions, we have to use machine learning or deep learning or sentiment analysis. Then we need to use Internet of Things. Mobile means what is a physical device? It's a physical device, isn't it? So these three belongs to different domains. These three belongs to different domains. When I am talking about a mobile, this mobile is what? It is a physical device, isn't it? When I am saying emotions, they are virtual. They are just some simply feelings of the humans, isn't it? Similarly, the speech means what? Our voice commands. Our voice commands. And these three belongs to different domains, and these three domains we need to connect, embedded together to solve this challenge. That is why I have taken here speech, emotions, and mobile. And today's session, I will show you some practical session on emotions by using sentiment analysis. So my journey is, first what I will do is, I will take voice commands. And these voice commands will convert into some statements or some words. Whatever the voice we have given, that voice will be converted into a words. So let me take some. I'll take one PPT so that it will be, yes. So first, what I want to do is, first as an input, what I will do, I will take voice commands. That means whatever we are speaking. Then this we are going to apply to speech recognition. Then the module, what it will do is, it will convert whatever the commands we have given in the form of voice into a text message. For this first module. Next one, this text message, whatever the text message is there, the text message will provide. I have taken only sample text message. Whatever the text message is created in this module, that text message will act as input to our emotions module. Here, voice commands we are going to provide to 1 minute. Let me start this one. Right. Voice commands, whatever we are speaking, those will be recognized, identified, and they will be converted into a text message. Then this is in the first module. And the second module, the text message, whatever I taken only sample text message, not the entire text message. The text message we are going to provide to emotions module. And this emotions module, what we will do is, we will pre-process the entire text file. In the third module, what we will do is there is mobile module. In this one, will divert the speaker. We'll divert the speaker by using some small SMS, by printing small SMS. So here, why I have taken, now once again I will recall, why I have taken is most of the people are directed in wrong direction by some unusual persons, isn't it? So we have to divert them. For that case, I have taken this real use case, and these three I will provide you in simple examples, simple quotes. These three different things, and my intention is here. What I will do is I will take the emotions. Emotions means what? I will take the emotions means I will take opinions. Then I will go for pre-processing. So how I will show you now. This is the actual use case now. So what as per the words, whatever I spoke here in this one, this is speech module. And what I have done is I have taken one audio file, simple audio file. That audio file I have given as input to the speech module, and this speech module will display the content in the form of statements or words as an output. And I have taken some statements. And those statements have pre-processed in the emotions module. So that's this is the use case. Now I will show you the use case. Now, before discussing our use case, now how we are going to work, how broadly I will explain how it works. The first module is speech recognition. So whenever we are speaking, then sampling it will be acquired. Then later on, sampling will be applied. At the end, feature vector is generated, isn't it? So this is the process of speech recognition. Here I have shown electrical energy converted into digital data. So this is a broad scenario. But internally, what happens is some pre-processing will be done. Why we need pre-processing? Always I am speaking about pre-processing here in every module. So in machine learning area or artificial intelligence area, we have to go for pre-processing. Why? Because the input data may be missing some attributes, or may have some disastrous data, or we may have some insignificant data. So if we consider the entire data as an input to any model, if we fed that entire data to any model, then the model performance will be reduced. The model performance, whatever we have designed the module, maybe in the machine learning or maybe in the deep learning, I can say artificial intelligence. If you provide the input file as it is to the model without pre-processing, then the performance of the model, whatever we have designed, will be reduced. So whenever we are designing any model, always our aim should have a best performance. That must be our motto. So that is why we have to go for pre-processing. In case of speech, here I have taken speech or voice commands here. Now also I am speaking some voice commands, isn't it? Whenever we are speaking, sometimes by the side somebody may disturb or not. Otherwise, by the side some car vehicle may be passing. Vehicle also provides some sound, isn't it? Or somebody was speaking, that also provides what? Some audio input. But all these audio inputs are not required for our model, isn't it? Whatever the words spoken by our speaker, only those words must be considered. In this case, if I provide my speaking words, all whatever I spoke, all the words, and disturbance from the car horn, or somebody was speaking some other unusual words, if I provide all these things to our model, then our model will be getting some ambiguity. What is this one? Whether I have to consider or not. So before that one, what we have to do? We have to select which is the appropriate one for our model and which is not appropriate. So in this case, what we will do? This is the appropriate one. This is the appropriate one, and this we need to provide to our model. And this must be cleaned off. This whatever I am showing here, this must be what? Cleaned off. For that one, we have to go for pre-processing. We have to go for pre-processing. So in case of speech recognition, what we will do is our audio signal, whatever we are speaking, the audio signals must be sampled. We have to go for sampling. We have to go for what? Sampling, and the sampling will lead to what? Feature vector. That feature vector's data will be our digital data. Then we can convert into our text. This is the procedure we have followed in speech recognition, right? Now the same thing, whatever has spoken here, the same thing here it is. First get the voice commands, then do the sampling, go for pre-processing, and whatever we need, whatever the features we need, select them and extract them. Then you classify based on the dictionary, of words. Corpus dictionary is there here. Based on these words, we can classify and recognize the word at the end, whatever we have spoken. Isn't this? This is a repository. When we are implementing, this will act as what? Repository. And from this repository, what we will after extracting the features, these features are classified based on this repository. This is the somewhat internal working of speech recognition. Now, for this sample program, here I have used, for this sample program, I have used the Python programming language. In that Python programming language, I have used two packages, speech recognition as well as PyDub, Python dub it is, Python dub. This speech recognition will act like, it will provide all the libraries, and it will act like a bridge between the application program interfaces, APIs. I have used Google Web Source API, and this speech recognition package in the Python will act as a bridge. Then this PyDub is there. This is a PyDub, another package I have used, and this PyDub package will split the audio. We used to do manipulations. Whatever suppose if you want to have some manipulations on your audio file, then this PyDub package is useful to go for manipulations. As an example, we can split the audio file. If you want to split the audio file, so we can use this PyDub package. If you want to filter, if you want to improve your voice, then also you can use what? This PyDub package. So these two packages I have used in the program. One is speech recognition, another one is PyDub. And this speech recognition provides various library functions and also will act like a source for the external web services. Then PyDub will useful for manipulation. These packages I have used for this application. The next one is what? Library. So we have installed these two packages, and next in those packages, many libraries are there. Out of those libraries, I have used only one library because of sample program, speech recognition library. And in this library, I have used only one class, recognizer class. So in the program, I have used only these three components. One is package component, library component, and class component. Now I'll share you my another screen. So far, whatever I discussed, those are meant for. All right. First module, first module, speech to words conversion. Now I will show. I will just if you listen this voice, this is audio file. I'll run this audio file. The best, honest, and realist interview and discussion about this entire sordid saga since it first started. So this is the audio file. I have taken only one statement, and this audio file I have inputted to this our first module. Before that one, I will just first of all we have to install the packages. As I said, for in Python we have to use what? Pip install. So in this one I have used only 2 packages. So first I will install those 2 packages. Installing the package, then later on import the library with the alias name SR. So here in this case I have imported the library which is available in the package with the alias name SR, and this is the path of the file. The file name is what? This is the on the left side I am showing you the file name. This file path I have copied here. Then recognizer class is for this class it has to identify what it is. Then here I created one instance here, isn't it? So these 3 are ready now. One is packages are ready, library is ready, and the class is ready. Next, what we have to do, we have to open that file. We have to open that file. What is the source file here? We have given the source file name path in the variable file name. Isn't that we need to provide for this one? So here I am providing the file name. I have used one audio file function. For this function, I am passing the file name as a parameter. I am passing the file name. In the file name, what is there? The entire path is there. Wherever the file is available, the entire path is there. That I am passing in the audio file name as a source. Then we need to load. We don't load to load to into our local data. So for that one, we have used what? Record. From where? From the source. Then it will be recorded. Then later on, you have to convert. You have to convert whatever the audio data we have given, whatever the file we have given that is available in the form of what? In audio data. And this audio data will be converted. This recognize Google. This is function available in the speech recognition in this package, first package. In this package, it is available. Second package. This is a package. It will convert into a plain text. Now, once again, I am running. Please observe here. Whatever the words I spoke here, no output is there here. So, whatever the words I spoke from the input file, those words came here as an output here. That means in the first module, we have provided our audio file as an input to our module. Then the output of this module will be the words spoken by the speaker. Now, why I am showing is, as I said here, somebody may inspire their words. Somebody may want to divert our diversion with their words, isn't it? So accordingly, we have to act. If they are inspiring words, if they are the best words, then definitely no need to alert any speaker. If they are odd words, then definitely our application, whatever we are seeing, must divert the mobile user, isn't it? So the first module here I have shown you the output. Now once again I will run the output, and this is the first one, the best, honest, and realistic interview. Whatever I spoke. So I have taken this. Now, what is our intention is the words, whatever we have gathered from this module, from this use case module, these words must be given to as an input to the second module. Second module, I'll show you. Yes. So the words, whatever in the first case, here. In the first case, what we have done, what I have shown, voice commands are converted into words format. Voice commands, whatever we are speaking here, converted into words commands, and we have to identify the words whether they belongs to positive nature or negative nature with the help of what? Sentiment analysis. With the help of what? Sentiment analysis. So next, now we'll jump to the second part is emotions. Emotions part. The same thing, whatever the program just now I have shown you, I am presenting here. The same thing, whatever I have shown, I am presenting here. Same thing. Next part is sentiment analysis. As I was discussing sentiment analysis. What is the sentiment analysis? Nowadays, we are speaking on sentiment analysis. If you see, the market has been improved. The business market has been improved because of this sentiments only. What means whenever we are purchasing a product from online stores, definitely they'll ask you about what is the feedback, how you will feel. All those feedbacks they are going to gather from each and every customer. Then they will analyze whether the customer is happy or not. If they are not happy, then they will think other alternatives. Then they'll project on the other alternatives. So thus those that opinions are analyzed by using what? Sentiments. And this sentiment analysis once again belongs to machine learning or deep learning. Both machine learning and deep learning belongs to the same domain, but the difference is what? In case of machine learning, the external human resource is required, whereas in case of deep learning, no need to have any external human resource. That is the basic difference I have shown you. Now, in sentiment analysis, what is the goal? Just to gather the opinions, and on the opinions, provide the summary report. And the opinions may be positive, negative, or neutral. And not only on the opinions, we can also express emotions: happy, sad, and angry. Nowadays, in WhatsApp, we are seeing emojis, isn't it? Emojis are there, having some emojis which shows resemble happy, and which resemble sad, and which will resemble what? Angry, isn't it? So in this area, if you are working in this area, then that area will be our sentiment analysis. Sentiment analysis will provide about the opinions. So for the sentiment analysis, what is, I have taken one example. I have taken one sample example. Now, whatever I spoke here. So first, we'll give the opinion in the form of file. Then the application interface will decide whether the opinions belongs to positive nature, neutral nature, or negative nature. Isn't it? This is about sentiment analysis, what it does actually. And this comes under machine learning area, or we can say deep learning area. Now, how it will work? Now, how machine? I am talking about sentiment analysis and how it works actually. What is the working procedure of sentiment analysis? Right. So here I have shown you some representation. We are going to provide some text, and in between, we have to go for a pre-processing. You have to go for pre-processing. Then at the end of pre-processing, then we are going to create a feature vector. Feature vector will have what? Numerical values. And these numerical values will be helpful for analyzing the input test data. So before this one, what we have to do is we have to select as I said, we have to select the features, extract the features. Then we have to convert those features into a feature vector, and that vector feature vector will help us to design a model, maybe machine learning model, or we can say deep learning model. We have designed one model, then we have to make that model as ready with the input text file. Then later on, if we want to test that model, then we have to go for what? Some test data. Then similarly, here also we have to go for the pre-processing techniques. Then later on, we have to extract the features and convert into feature vector. Then we apply the test data to the model. For this one, we can use different algorithms. So in machine learning, as you heard about in the previous sessions, about naive-Bayes algorithm, regression algorithms are there, support vectors, machines algorithms are there, isn't it? So you can use based on the problem statement, you can use any of the algorithm, and that by using that algorithm, you design one model. That model will class after designing this model. Whenever we fed the test data, then this model will predict, will identify or will predict whether that model the test data belongs to positive nature, neutral, or negative. So this is the working of sentiment analysis. Sentiment analysis. Not only sentiment analysis, we can this applies with little modifications in other domains also. In every domain, we have to extract the features. Then you have to convert into feature vector, which will be having numerical values, and these values will be applied to the algorithm, whatever we have selected. Then the model will be ready. Whenever model is ready, then go for testing. Go for testing. This is the second module. In this one. So now for sentiment analysis. So I will brief you once again the sentiment analysis. So it provides you the polarity or emotions. So here my interest is to take emotions in this use case. Now earlier, just now a few months back, you heard about submersible Titan, isn't it? Just a few months back, maybe 2 months back, you heard about submersible Titan. They went for a journey. They started with a happy journey, but ended with sad news, isn't it? So this is a submarine, and in the use case, I have taken the opinions from the internet, and for those opinions, I have done the pre-processing. So I'll show you the opinions of different persons, and I have gathered from the internet, and those I have stored in the form of a string. Then I have done pre-processing on those comments or opinions. So this one I have taken as input file. So before going for hands, I would like to stress on pre-processing techniques based on sentiment analysis. This is purely based on sentiment analysis. We have in the earlier sessions, many experts discussed about the pre-processing techniques, normalization, all those things they have discussed. But here, and specifically, I want to discuss about sentiment analysis pre-processing techniques, isn't it? These are the various techniques that that are used in analyzing the sentiments. The first one is lower casing. Whatever the statements, whatever the input file you are taking, first convert into lowercase form. Why? Because our text file may contain some lowercase letters, or may contain some uppercase letters. First of all, you make standard before processing. First of all, our file should be standard, isn't it? For that one, in sentiment analysis, we have to go for what? Lower casing. So for this one, we have to what it will do? It will take suppose capital A and small n is there, and capital T and small t is there. First of all, you have to standardize the data. Then it will become simple. So that is why first of all you convert all the letters into one standard form. For this one, I have taken lower casing, that is capital A sorry, they are unable to write with the mouse. Capital A will become small n, and similarly, capital T will become small t HE. This is for what? Readability as well as for analyzing for easiness only. Next, after load guessing, whatever text file you have considered as an input, after converting into lowercase, then you go for tokenization. What is this tokenization? Is you break down. Array, you are giving so many statements. First of all, you break down those statements. Why? Because why we have to break here? Here I said here tokenization. It will break. I am saying here break. Whatever the statements spoken by me, you break all those statements into words or sentences or phrases. Why we have to break? Why? Because we have to identify whether there are any odd words in those statements are there. Suppose if I say here a, then if I say here of, then if I say here a word hunger is there. Suppose here it is hunger. Then if you sorry, I'm unable to, okay, hunger. Among these three statements, A will not play any significant role. This A will not play any significant role. A will not play any significant role. There is no role. Then similarly, off will not have any significant role. Important role is not there. If important role is not there, what is the use? Clear it. Processing. And if I take here hunger, yes, it is having some significant meaning is there, and it is a useful word. So you consider hunger word and discard this A and off. Why? Because they will not play any significant role in the sentiments. Hunger will play a significant role in the sentiment analysis, whereas off, A, the, all these words will not break any sentiment, will not affect, does not play, I can say, does not play any role in the sentiment analysis. That is why before identifying, what we have to do, we have to break them. For breaking, we have to use another technique called as tokenization. You break the words, you break the statements into phrases or words or letters or sentences, isn't it? So here I will show you about word tokenization and sentence tokenization. Tokenization can be applicable for letters, phrases, words, and sentences, isn't it? Why? Because we have to remove them. We have to remove all those unusual, unwanted words, unwanted letters. We have to remove. If you are considering the entire thing, what happens? The performance of the model will be reduced. That we don't want here. Whatever the model we want to design, that must be an appreciative one, isn't it? For that case, remove the unusual, unwanted words, unwanted letters. So for removing, first what will break them? That breaking is done by what? Tokenization. Next, after breaking the entire statements or entire words in a file, then you identify, you stop. You remove. Now you remove the words. Stop word removal. Now you remove the words. Those are not required for sentiment analysis. Now you remove the word. It is not applicable for sentiment analysis. Stop word removal is another step in the pre-processing that will remove the unwanted words. Those words does not play any important role in the sentiment analysis. That is stop word removal. That is the duty of stop word removal. After stop word removal, then now the stop word removal step, otherwise technique, has removed the unwanted words, or otherwise it removed the insignificant words. Then we'll go for what? Stemming or lemmatization. The stemming and lemmatization both belongs to same branch. Both belongs to same branch. For understanding sake, I have used stemming and lemmatization in the example program. In the hands of the program, I have used stemming and lemmatization. When I am saying here stemming, what is stemming? What is stemming here? So we have to identify the root words. Suppose in the statement, you are having runs, and in the statements you are having a word called as running. In the input file, we are having two words, one is running, another one is runs, isn't it? Both belongs to same branch, isn't it? So convert, identify these words and convert into the root word. Convert them into root word. RUN is the root word for runs as well as for running. Once again, if in our input file, if we are having the words like runs and running, identify the root word, isn't it? That identifying the root word is done by whom? Stemming. Identifying the root word is done by whom? Lemmatization. Now, you can ask me, why you are saying two, both are performing same thing only, then why we are having two? When I am saying, now I am saying stemming will identify the root word, stemming will identify the root word. Lemmatization will also identify the root word. Then why we are having both these? One is sufficient. There is small drawback in case of stemming. The last words will be get rid of. The last words will be get rid of in case of stemming. So whenever we are going for stemming, here I will show small like this. It will come RU. Now if I am using here stemming, a stemmer, if I used any stemming technique, we'll get RU. Not this is not 1 minute. This is runs only. When once again I will erase all these things. Yeah. Right. Let me differentiate by using stemming and lemmatization. Runs is there, and you are having a word running. Now, I take one simple example. This one. In this one, when we use stemming will convert the words into identify the root word. Run is the root word and running is the root word, and it will replace this runs by run. Now, when I am saying here, in case of stemming, what happens is RU will be there. So it will discard. So in some words, it will discard the last characters. If I say RU, then what is the meaning of RU? Nobody knows. It is not a part of corpus dictionary. So this problem may arise in the stemming technique. So to solve this problem, we are having one more technique called as lemmatization. This lemmatization will not discard the last characters. Whatever the pitfall we found in stemming, that is removed in case of lemmatization. So these are the different steps that are followed in pre-processing techniques of sentiment analysis. Now I'll show you the sample example. I'll show you sample example right now. See here. So here once again I'll show you. Here, see here, in the previous module, it has given the best honest, isn't it? The same thing in taken individually. I've taken the complete opinions, the best honest realistic interview. So there I have given in the first module I have given voice as the input, audio file as the input, and that module has given me in the form of what? Some statement. So I have taken only the first statement for exercise purpose. Now these are the opinions. As I said, Titanic submarine tragedy. Once again, I'll show you this one. I've taken the comments or opinions on the submersible Titan. This is Titanic submarine, the Titanic tragedy. Based on this one, I have collected some opinions. Once again, let me see. And opinions, and these are the opinions of different persons. I have taken the entire file as it is. I have taken the entire file. This is one opinion given with identity as a Dogstar. This is another person at the rate Josely has commented, has given some comment on their strategy. And similarly, here also another person at the rate Mary Ear identification. They have given some identity. And this also iterate MSV. This is also another comment or opinion given over the internet. And the other is Martin White. This is also another opinion. So these opinions are from the internet have taken. And these opinions, what on these opinions, what I will do is I'll go for a pre-processing. I'll go for pre-processing. Whatever the steps I explained so far, that is lower casing, then tokenization, then stem word, stop word removals. Then at the end, we'll go for stemming and lemmatization. So first, before proceeding, these are the opinions, and these opinions I have to assign in as a string in the Python code on the record as opinions. In opinions record, I assigned a string in Python. All these comments, whatever the comments, opinions are given by different persons, have taken, I recorded in the opinions. Then, first of all, we have to remove punctuation marks. We have to remove punctuation marks. Why? Because punctuation marks will not have any role. In this case, we are having many punctuation marks, isn't it? So if we consider the punctuation marks for the analysis, then we may not get exact analysis. So first of all, you remove the punctuation marks, and these punctuation marks are available in the library regular expression. So import the regular expression library, and by using this regular expression library, we have to remove what punctuation marks present in this input data. In this input data, so here the punctuation marks are substituted white spaces. Then I have printed those opinions, and after removing the punctuation marks, once again I have reassigned it to the opinions, and I printed the opinions. So here we don't have any opinions. You don't have any punctuation marks here. If you observe in the output, if you observe the input data, here we are having many punctuation marks. Here we are having many punctuation marks, isn't it? Many punctuation marks are there here, and dot, then comma is there here. So first of all, remove. Why? Because we have to go for standardization. We have to get standard data first. For that one, remove punctuation. So punctuation marks are removed. After removing, then the first technique is what? You convert into lowercase. Convert the entire words into lowercase. Why? Because here I am seeing CEO in uppercase letters. There is no standardization in the data, input data, isn't it? So here I am having CEO in capital letters, and here also some S, capital S is there, capital R is there. So you make in one format. Uniformity must be there. For that one, you convert into lower. So in Python, to convert the characters into lowercase, we have to use what? Lower method. And all the characters are converted into lowercase. Now here I'll show you CEO, the difference here. CEO is there in uppercase letters, and here CEO is there in lowercase letters. Now the data has been standardized. Now the data has been standardized. Yes. Then now for this one, now the data is ready now. Now standard data is available in our hands now. We are having standard data in our hands. Then whatever the library we need, so import. So NLTK stands for natural language processing. This sentiment analysis toolkit, TK means toolkit here. The sentiment analysis will belongs to natural language processing under machine learning and deep learning. And this natural language processing we have to apply for the mobile device, that is IoT. That means all are embedded together, all are integrated, isn't it? All are integrated. Now here I am downloading now the library, all the library files, NLTK library import. So for importing the libraries, we have to use what? Import command. One second, let me see this one, small mistake. Yes, it's importing NLTK now. So once again, all these are the opinions about the immersible submarine tragedy. And now the NLTK is downloading all the relevant packages for this one. Now I am just showing you the pre-processing techniques, how we can pre-process the data. It takes somewhat internet is slow, maybe some. Okay, no problem. Let us see. Right. No problem. Let it be. Then it is down to download. Next, here we have standardized that entire data. Then we have to go for tokenization. What is tokenization? Breaking. Break the statements, break the paragraphs into different words. Different words. So here, first of all, I applied for word tokenization. So you can go for sentence tokenization. Sir, one I just Arjun Gule sir. Arjun Gule sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm audible because somewhat network issues going on.
Yeah,
here.
yeah, absolutely audible.
No
Absolutely
problem.
audible.
Because yes, audible. Thank you very much, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because it is right. Now, yes, relevant libraries are downloaded by the NLTK. Then, as I said now, we have to go for what? Breaking of words, breaking the statements, we have to break the opinions in the form of words or sentences. So for that one, if you are breaking the comments, the input file into words, then that is called as word tokenization. For that one, we have to use what? Word tokenized library. Word tokenized library we have to use, and whatever the opinions are there, those are converted into words. Here I can see the words. Here I am displaying the words. I'm displaying each word. I'm displaying the each word. Collected the opinions in the record word underscore tokens. And here I am using one for loop for iteration here, word by word. Whatever the words we have collected with the help of what? Word tokenized function. Then we have to print word by word. For that one, I have used what? For loop here. So here we have printed some words here. We have printed the words. Words are broken now. Whatever the statements, if you observe the input file and this file, observe the input file, how the input file is. Input file is like this. And we break after standardization, we break the entire 1 minute, entire statement, something, okay. Entire statements into different words. That breaking is nothing but what? Tokenization. So here we have done tokenization. Since they are the words, that is called as what? Word tokenization. Apart from word tokenization, if our interest, if it is sentence tokenization, no, I don't want words. I want to sentence wise. So yes, you are having an opportunity in the natural language processing. Then you can go for sentence tokenization. If you want sentence tokenization, then you have to import what? Sentence tokenized library. If your interest is word tokenization, then you have to import our word tokenized library. So both are available in the NLTK package. So next, this is same thing here. Whatever the opinions we have collected here in the form of sentence tokenization, then we have printed here. Printed here. Somewhat mistake is there earlier. Something I have to go for once again. Maybe some unusual things happen. Same thing. Once again, I have to, because of internet issue. Something. Okay. Once again, I am running. I want to run the. Yes. I'm running the entire libraries and as well as the functions required for this program. Right. Then word tokenization. Yes, I got word tokenization here. Once again, I got word tokenization. Then sentence tokenization. So you'll get in the form of sentences. Here we got in the form of words by using word tokenization. No, I want sentence tokenization. Yes, you can go for sentence tokenization also. It depends upon the problem and your interest. Then now we have break the entire statements into words as well as sentences. Then we have to identify. The insignificant words. Those words which are not having any role in the sentiment analysis, we have to identify them and we have to remove them. First of all, we have to remove them to improve the performance of the model, whatever we are going to design. This is stop word removal. So how we will remove here? Here we are having corpus database. From corpus, you import stop words library. This stop words library, what it will do is it will remove the unwanted words from the dictionary. Always we have to specify what is your language. Why? Because sentiment analysis is applicable to all languages, isn't it? So here I have taken English language. Why? Because our statements belongs to English. Whatever the input file I have given here, those belongs to English category. So now the words we are going to collect in a variable sp w as an object. Then we'll filter why? Because here we want to remove some words or not. We want to remove some insignificant. 1 minute. We want to remove some insignificant words. For that one, we have to apply what? Filtration. We have to apply what? Filtration. We have to apply filtration for all those things. 1 minute. Filtration. So here I applied here filtration, and after filtering the unusual words, only the significant words. 1 minute. Only the significant words are displayed. That means here, see here, three. Three is having some significant role as per this comments, whatever I have collected. Days, we have some significant role. Ego, significant role. Best, significant role. So whatever the words having some important role, identify from the corpus. Then you, upon these words, now you identify. You can do analysis. So this is our stop word removal outputs here. So please keenly observe here. This is our entire file. This is our entire file. From this file, we identified only the important words that helps us in sentiment analysis in the pre-processing techniques. So now at this stage, 1 minute, slowly it is going. At this stage, the entire words from the entire comments or entire opinions are formed as in the form of these words. Now you apply. Why? Because here, if you just now what I said is, suppose if you are having run or running, then we have to identify the root word or not. Root word can be identified by the stemming or lemmatization. We can identify the root word either by stemming or lemmatization. In this one, I have used Porter stemmer. I have used here Porter stemmer in this one. So I imported Porter stemmer library from NLTK stem. Then I have taken the filtered words. Whatever the words we have filtered here, those words I have taken in the stemming step. And from these words, I identified the root words. If you observe here, I think 1 minute. Let me run. Some problem is there. Okay, let me run. Some problem is going on. NLTK, right? Then lemmatization. Yes. If you observe some words here, so here this stemming will discard some words at the end. That is the problem, and that problem can be resolved by using what? Lemmatization. So both lemmatization and stemming belongs to same. The purpose is same. With stemming, we cannot identify the correct root word, correct stem word, whereas in only some cases, not in all the cases, isn't it? It is based on the input file. It is not for all the cases. It is only for only few cases. It is based on our input file only. Sometimes stemmer may work correctly. It completely based on our input file. And in some cases, stemming may not work properly. In that case, we have to go for lemmatization. So for stemming and lemmatization, we are given some words. Next, so this is the role of lemmatization and stemming. So this is also a pre-processing technique on the last stage. Next, if you want to identify the frequency, if you identify the frequency of words, how many times a word is used, I want to know. Why? Because I want to analyze it. Isn't I want to analyze it. For analyzing, I want to know frequency of words. So how many times it is used? 8 times. How many times this is used? How many times ego is used? So we can have frequency here. Frequency also we can perform we can use in sentiment analysis, and the same frequency can be shown in the form of a graph. Here I am showing in the form of a graph. The frequency of words, whatever we displayed here, those I am showing in the form of growth. Suppose you see here, it is there, it, days, ago, and was. So the taken as uh, variables or samples under horizontal direction and their count in the vertical direction. So this frequency distribution will also help us in sentiment analysis. So this is the pre-processing of the input file of the statements or the input file taken from the Titan submarine tragedy incident. So this is about pre-processing in sentiment analysis. So timing is running up the time. So I'll conclude next. Next, it is the only now the next one. What is the third one? Just I'll go at the end. What is the third one? So we want to what is third one? It is IoT module. What is third one? I'll show you. I'll show you what is this one. So I have discussed. I have shown you sample use case. Yes, this is right. So this is first module. And the second module, emotions, we have used in sentiment analysis. So machine learning or deep learning, emotions we have categorized. Next one is what? Mobile. So I have not integrated all these things. I am explaining you the individual modules. I'm explaining you individual modules. So observe the power of technology, hybrid emerging technologies. We are not speaking about one domain. In this challenge, in this use case, I am speaking about three different domains that are integrated and helpful to solve some real-time problem. So here, this mobile belongs to Internet of Things. And this I will show you only the outputs. Because here, in the next stage, I have to integrate all these things with the different functions. I have not integrated all these three. I want to express the importance of artificial intelligence, machine learning, and Internet of Things. So I have used for speech recognition, I have used artificial intelligence. For sentiment analysis, for emotions or opinions, I have used machine learning. Then now for mobile applications, I will use what? Internet of Things. Now I will run a program for mobile. It will display only the messages. Why? Because we have to divert. We have to divert in the form of alarm or some messages like that. Now I'll run this program. This is the third module, that is IoT, Internet of Things. Here I have used the third party fast SMS. And when here we have to give the mobile number, from which mobile number, who is speaking, and their parent mobile number. Maybe this is suppose ward from it is a children mobile number, and it is a parent mobile number. So it will send an SMS to the parent. Your son is in trouble. You have to divert your son or daughter. So this is the program I have taken from the internet, and it has given the output as SMS sent successfully. SMS. Here, this is the first. I have taken the prototype only here, not the actual one. I have taken the prototype, and what is the intention is the SMS must be sent. The SMS must be sent to the parent or any relative. Your ward is in danger with the mobile number. Why? Because somebody was speaking. I identified somebody was speaking some unnecessary words or abused words, and your son or daughter unable to express you. So please divert them, and this module will provide some guidance to their parents to save their children. Why I am saying frequently is in our country, many youngsters in our country, many youngsters are going for suicides, and many youngsters are involving in some attacks. Really, recently we also heard about Jammu and Kashmir. All the youngsters are motivated against our country. So isn't it? In also in some other places, we also know about Kasab in Bombay. So all they are motivated. So this motivation, we have to stop them. That is the challenge here. Stop them, that motivation. If anybody is speaking and motivating some other person, immediately some alert must be sent, or the mobile should stop. Otherwise, some alert must be sent to their respective parents or friends to divert that person. And many of them, the weak minded people, are committing suicide also. They are unable to express. There is no solution for this one. So, keeping in that mind, so if we design the application in these areas, that will be very helpful our society, and also we can save some youngsters' lives. So this is with this one, I am stopping my session with Ajim Goya sir permission.
First of all, I'm very thankful to you because with short notice also you have explained deeply for our hands-on sessions. It's extremely useful for our participants. I like especially the learning algorithms for processing the speech and the current the especially emotions. Actually, the how this topic is important for IoT is just yesterday only I saw in the news that some Rajasthan government in one of the academy in the recent years around 16 to 17 suicide in one academy
Yes.
in Rajasthan. So there is a government high-level committee meeting. Day before yesterday only I saw the news. So how much that important aspect to understand the emotions and how this IoT and deep learning will prevent the lives by recognizing the emotions. Actually, it's wonderful. I am very much thankful to you, Rajesh sir, and over to Sahi.
It's an honor. It's an honor for me, sir, from your side. Great honor for me.
Yeah, over to Sahi.
Just
Thank you so much, sir. Once again, I would like to extend heartfelt gratitude on behalf of IETE Pune chapter, Buds Engineering Academy, and Civic Incubation Center to Mr. Rajesh, sir. Your insights today that you've shared with us were really amazing. Thank you so much once again for sharing your expertise time with us. Thank you, sir. We are grateful.
Thank you.
Sir, just put on camera off and don't leave the meeting. Let it be.
Okay, camera off, sir.
No. You keep your camera off and you don't leave the meeting because entire meeting will get end.
Yeah, okay. Sure.
Okay. So if you have time, you can be in the session. If you have
Yes,
some
sir.
time, then you can think.
And
Okay.
I thank the organizers especially. They have taken painful for conducting these sessions for about a month, and that too on the recent technologies, isn't in emerging areas. And the organizers wish them very good luck in future also. And special thanks to our Ajingule sir. And also sir inspired me. He encouraged me. They have taken an initiative. Thank you very much. Because of short of time, I cannot make a few more things I have to do. I have to integrate all these things. I want to build an application, and I want to show all these things. Because of time constraint, I have taken only small sample hands-on sessions.
Yeah.
In future, if possible, I can go for other thing elaborately.
Yeah. Okay,
Thank you
sir.
very much, sir.
Definitely, sir. Definitely, sir.
Yes, sir. So,
Thank you very much.
moving on in the session, I would like to introduce our second speaker for today, Mr. Pratik Kamble sir, who's currently working as assistant professor at School of Computer Engineering, MIT ADT University, Pune. Pratik sir, on behalf of IIT Pune chapter, Buds Engineering Academy and Civic Incubation Center, I would like to welcome you onto the virtual dais and request you to please take over the session.
Yes, thank you so much. Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. Yeah.
Thank you so much. So, before starting the session, I would like to thank the complete organization team. I'll start with Dr. J. Desai sir, then Professor Dr. Vijay Reddy sir, Dr. D.S. Bormane sir, our beloved Dr. Virendra Shetty sir from my college only, then Dr. D.G. Bhalke sir, Dr. Mr. Surekant Dodmise sir, Mrs. Archana Ghule ma'am, and Ghule sir, Arjun Ghule sir. So thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to speak big on this big platform. Thank you so much, sir. So today I'll share my screen first of all. Is my screen visible?
Yeah, getting
Yes.
visible.
Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
yes.
Thank
Go
you,
ahead.
sir.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, sir, for giving me this opportunity. So today I'll be speaking on virtual reality, augmented reality, then human-computer interaction like interaction with computer, how this AI is useful in human-computer interaction. So on various topics, I will touch like I will just like a little bit I'll touch. So how this topic is connected to this your presentation topic, the topic which is given for me. So I'll try to explain in a brief manner. If you have any anything to say, please you can stop me in between and you can tell me. So I'll start. Thank you. So virtual reality. So virtual reality, there are like many more things about virtual reality. So how it is, I'll try to relate this topic with the given topic. Okay. So virtual reality is not a film or television, nor it is merely a subset or evolution of gaming. Uh, Whenever we say virtual reality, like with respect to young generation, they try to relate with this with only with television. They try to relate with only gaming. It is not exactly like this. So it has another aspects also, right? VR is not replacement for anything actually. So number of like people say that VR will replace this, VR will replace that, VR will replace you know television, VR will replace this number of things. Yeah, so VR is going to kill television as we know. So it is not going to happen, but we can live with it, or we can add the more spice to our television with the help of virtual reality. Like nowadays chat gpt is very much in boom. So number of people are saying that the chat gpt will take on everything. So it is not like that. So whenever there are new technologies coming to the market, we started living with those technologies. So it goes for everything. It goes for virtual reality, it goes for chat gpt and everything, right? So VR is going to ring the death knell on cinema. So same thing again. So it will not replace anything. It will not replace anything. It will just add more spice to the current technologies, right? So as a consequences, VR, cinema and TV will not lying dead on the floor as the same for a radio thing. VR is an and or an addition to the given particular thing. Okay, so VR basically refers to computer generated simulation. Then VR, virtual reality, creates immersive artificial world. I'll go on augmented reality also. First of all, I'll discuss virtual reality over here. So, for example, if you in this picture, we can see that it creates complete virtual environment, complete virtual world, right? So this is an example from the Good Doctor series. So with the help of virtual reality, it helps doctor to like perform like before going for a surgery, they can do this practice surgery with the help of virtual reality, right? uh, so there are three eyes in virtual reality: immersive, the next one Okay, well, we'll discuss with immersive. Immersive is a word like we get completely immersed into that particular world. Okay, into that totally we like go in totally in that world. Uh, so around us, everything is virtual. We are into that virtual world. That's why this first I is for immersive. Second I is for interaction. Interaction. So there are many more examples available nowadays with respect to interaction. We can interact with our palm. We can interact with our gestures, right? So I second I is for interaction. Third eye is for imagination. So we can create imaginary world. So there are many government projects going on with respect to this virtual reality where imaginary world is created, which help our new young generation to know more about historical generation, or like many more things we can do with the help of this virtual reality imaginary world we can create, right? So third eye is for imagination. Then to create virtual reality, there are hardware as well as software components needed. So in hardware components, mainly sensor displays, computers, process acceleration card, tracking systems, input devices, 3D modeling, and with respect to software, 3D modeling, 2D graphics, VR simulation, digital sound editing. Many more things are involved to create, or many more things are there for virtual reality. Computer sensors and display. So this is an example of let's say head mounted display for 3D visuals, where we have to like put it on our head, and in front of our eye there will be a screen, as you can see, and on that screen we can see virtual things. uh, Acceleration cards. Okay, acceleration card. So if there are students in this lecture, so this slide is very important for students. So nowadays students, like number of students says that, so I want to choose only computer, I want to choose only information technology branch, right? So without hardware we cannot do anything. So electronics is also very important to create virtual reality. Without this electronics or this hardware, we cannot do anything. So process acceleration card, right? So it is important for virtual reality. We'll go on. Okay, so I'll try to cope up with the topic. Okay, so please bear me for 1 hour. So yeah, tracking systems. To create a virtual world, we need to track a user first of all, right? So there are sensors which will track user, sensors or many more things which will track user, and by tracking user, they create a virtual world around the user, right? Around the user. Uh, so there are many input devices. Input devices make up the final category of virtual hardware. In order to interact with the virtual environment, we need such kind of input devices. This PlayStation Move, I guess, nowadays students or young people know more about this PlayStation Move, Vive controller, that data glows, right? These things we can use to interact with the world. The PlayStation Move, I have seen this PlayStation Move in our college actually, in an event, right? Okay, so these are input devices. Now, so, coming to the software part, this many more software nowadays available. So the name of this software, I'm right now not able to recall the name of this software. That 3D. If anyone remember the name, if anyone knows the name, please tell me. In order to build virtual environment, we often need to do the programming. Basically, we need a software along with the hardware. So different tools, different softwares, but those softwares are like very heavy softwares. So heavy softwares are available to create or like to help a virtual reality, right? So there are many applications of the VR systems we can use in mechanical industry, we can use in like medical field, we can use in automobile industry, we can use in military also. uh, uh, in military also we can use, like to train the people, or so to train the militant, we can use this uh, at very higher level, but we can use it, right? So these are the various different areas in which we can use this virtual reality. uh, so multiple models of input and output interfaces in virtual reality. So we want to create a 3D environment. So that's why here, as you can see, for 3D, the three different dimensions, or like X, Y, Z axis is considered: roll, yaw, and pitch. So this is a little bit of the theoretical part. So I'll move ahead. Yeah. Again, the same thing is I have shown over here the headband, which is on the head. There are a number of multiple different trackers. In the upcoming slides, I'll show you those different trackers, different trackers to track or to create a 3D environment. So tracker performance generally depend on this four parameters. Uh, Tracker performance parameter. There are four parameters: accuracy, jitter, then drift and latency, and update rate. So tracker accuracy, as yeah, as you can see over here, this is the original object. Here, with the help of this original object, the virtual object is created over here. So this is, you can see, we can call it as accuracy. Tracker accuracy represent difference between the object's actual 3D position and the reported tracker measurement, right? Next is tracker jitter. So whenever we want to plot a virtual uh, object, it can vary. It can create a kind of a noise, like up down. It can happen. So that particular thing is called as tracker jitter. So we have to deal with this jitter also, to what you can say, to make to create a proper virtual environment. We have to deal with that. So similar to that, a drift is somewhat similar to a jitter. You can see whenever we want to plot something, this thing the position can vary. So this thing is called as drift. And latency, time delay. In this fourth diagram, you can see the time delay there can be a time delay, right? So that deals with the latency. And update rate, what update rate is, like at what rate the virtual object is created or it is represented. That is called as update rate. Update rate should be high. That's the thing. Update rate should be high. So there are many more factors and things we can do to improve update rate. So there are types of trackers. Mechanical, starting with the mechanical tracker. We'll start with the mechanical tracker. So in mechanical tracker, the fixed, as you can see in the diagram, this is a fixed thing, and these are the rotatory arms. So with the help of this rotatory arm, we can like use this particular headband on a human being to track his position. So this is complete mechanical thing. As you can see, mechanical thing. There are joints and bolts, everything. So everything is used. So as it is mechanical, there are many more like restrictions to this. We cannot move freely. Such restrictions are there. So this suit can be an advanced version of this mechanical tracker, like an Iron Man suit, Iron Man suit. Right. So this is about mechanical tracker. Similar to that, magnetic tracker. So in magnetic tracker, on this electronic interface, there is a transmitter located over here, and on the human being, the receiver is we have to fit the receiver. So this transmitter will locate this receiver. Means ultimately this transmitter will locate human being for the purpose of like locating his position and creating his 3D virtual environment. So this transmitter consists of three antennas. So this is more of technical part, electronic part again. Consists of three antennas formed of three mutual orthogonal coils wound on a ferromagnetic cube. So this cube, on this cube, the things are the three antennas are there. With the help of these three antennas in this transmitter, it can capture, it can locate receiver, or receiver will receive those signals, and it will be easy to locate a receiver or human and create 3D environment. So similar to that, ultrasonic tracker. So ultrasonic tracker, the same thing is there again. The same thing is there. So this is speaker and this is microphone. On this, there are three speakers. These three speakers will generate sound, and this microphone, which is located on the headband of a user, it will it can capture the human being, or it can with the help of that it can track the human or like anyone in the environment where we want to create 3D environment, right? So this is about ultrasonic tracker. Ultrasonic tracker, the same thing again. The receiver is there and the sender transmitter is there. Then more important, or like more accurate than that, there are optical trackers. So optical trackers, there are two types of optical trackers. Okay, the trackers can be located on the they can be wall mounted or the seal mounted. Okay, so the same thing, same effect again, that there is a transmitter and there is a receiver. So why this is more accurate than the magnetic as well as mechanical as well as ultrasound, because there is less amount of interference will be there in between. That's why this is more accurate, and we will be able to generate the environment as well as uh, uh, we will be able to locate the human being or whoever is there in the 3D environment, right? So this is about optical tracker. So these are the four different types of optical trackers. So based on that, there is a hybrid tracker. It is, you can say, combination of all hybrid trackers. Mechanical thing is also there, sound is also there, and optical things are also there. Hybrid trackers. So these, there are like few examples of this trackball. Then this wound is similar to Harry Potter wound. With the help of this, we can again uh, we can use this wound to locate things on the screen, right? Similar to that, similar use of this wound is there. This is the fancy diagram I have taken from the Google. To this is these are the wounds from the Harry Potter. We can use this, right? Then trackball to locate the mouse, to locate the things on the screen. Same effect we can use. This thing you can see. Here we can rest our palm, and we can we are this part, and using this part we can hold that ball, and we can move the things, and we can like capture the thing in environment, 3D virtual environment. Trackball, the same again, the same thing is explained in detail over here. This is the cylinder, sensing cylinder, which we have to capture with the help of our palm, and we have to move it, right? We can move it right, left, up, down, forward and backward. In the all the directions we can move this trackballs. Three-dimensional probes. So this is like one of the probe, actually very early in the market it is created. On this we have to set our foot, and we can move this in rotatory, in circular motion, right left motion, and forward backward motion. So to point a particular thing, or to capture 3D environment, the same effect is there. It's just like a mechanical tracker, your tracker, you can say. Okay. So yes, this virtual reality, we can use it for gesture interface. Okay, where the AI/ML we can include, or we can indulge AI/ML into this, right? Gesture. This is very basic actually, but nowadays this is also used in many of the phones. Many of the phones, for volume control also we can use this. I'll show you the demo. I have 3 demos with me. I'll show you those demos in the at the end of this session. How we can use this gesture interface to control a number of things on our in our with respect to our computer, right? So see, yeah. So we can work with this also, and this is little bit fancy, or not exactly fancy. This is very actually, yeah, fancy. Fancy. We can control things with the help of our hand. So this will make our life very easy, actually, very easy, very interesting to live around. The pinch glow, the same thing. The pinch glow, we can use we can put our hand into this, and we can control things on the screen. The same thing. Displays is a graphics displays. So to control something, or to like interact something, graphic displays are also important. Okay, so I'll move to the next slide with respect to this computer human computer interaction. I'll share my another screen. Yes, I guess my screen is visible, right? Uh, so computer vision and human computer interaction using AR VR. It is visible, right? So augmented reality. In previous slide, I have we've seen many more things related to virtual reality. So augmented reality is a little bit different, where virtual things are there inside a real environment. So this is nowadays actually this is very much used in day-to-day life. We can see this augmented reality in many more online stores. Also, we can see augmented reality in various malls. Also, we can see this augmented reality, right? Virtual reality, we have seen number of things related to virtual reality. Uh, now AR versus VR. AR uses real world, and VR uses completely virtual world. That is the main difference in between AR and VR. AR users can control their presence in real world. Best example for AR is like Pokemon Go game. Pokemon Go. I used to play this Pokemon Go game, but the game was very addictive, so I stopped playing that game. Uh, the same, yeah. So VR users can control their presence in real world, whereas in VR requires headset, the devices we have seen in the previous slides. So that's the main difference in between. So so what is how this human vision and the computer vision it differs, or how we can include AI in computer vision to make it equivalent to human vision. So in this diagram, we can see right here, we can see this diagram. In this diagram, we can see there is a family went for a picnic, and they are enjoying, they are eating snacks, they are drinking juice, right? They are interacting, they're basically they're happy. So as a human being, we can depict all these things. We can give verdict about this particular picture. But if the computer will see these things, so computer like won't only be able to like see things such as there are humans, and there is a grass. That's it. Without AI, the computer will be able to describe these things with the like in this manner only. But with the help of AI, that that picture will make sense if we will try to like if we want to have description from a computer with the help of AI, that will make sense. Okay. So thanks to advances in artificial intelligence, computer can also give proper description about that picture. There are many more AI along with the chat GPT. There are AI with respect to songs also. There are AI with respect to uh, images also. Means that a particular AI can create picture. If you will give a description, it can create a picture. If you will give, if you want to have a particular kind of a music, if you will give those input to the that AI can create a music for you. I'm having the name of those AIs actually. There are many more AI. You can type on the Google and you can find many more AIs with respect to that. Some of the AIs will work in India. Some of the AIs will not work in India. This can happen. But with the help of AI, we can do anything nowadays. So applications of computer vision, we can have automated cars nowadays, self-driving cars. We can have face recognition. Hmm? Face recognition. So with the help of this AI, uh, you can, if you will like change your face a little bit, if you will do a little bit of makeup, or if you will do your beard is like is growing, then also because of AI, it will detect your face. In earlier days, it was not possible, but with the help of AI, this is possible. Without ML, as I have told you, it's just a database. It will just annotate the image, and if anything comes other than that image, it will not capture. But with the help of AI, it can capture the same thing I have told you. Human computer interaction with AR VR. With AR VR examples, I'll show you these examples. Yeah. So see, we can control volume. We can control volume with the help of palm, or with the help of our fingers. We can move the movie forward and backward, or we can again control the volume. Hmm. So requirements for AR and VR implementation: first, object detection, object tracking, and then everything is all about features. So with the help of Python and OpenGL, we can do this uh, feature tracking. And so I've taken one example. I'm having this book with me. I'll show you how it works. So this is a product. What is feature? There are two images over here. This left side picture is of a particular book, Meluhachi Mrityunjay. I have taken Marathi book. Okay. There is English book also, Immortals of Meluha. So this picture is very much fascinating. There are many more things in the this particular picture. And the right side picture, there are only colors. There are no features. We cannot distinguish. We cannot explain about this particular picture. We just can say there are number of colors in that picture. But here we can say there is this mountains, then these particular hairs. In Marathi, we call it as a jata. So this the particular type of hair. It is identifiable, properly identifiable. And then there is a trishul, right, which is very pointed again. So these points also make sense. These points are also included in the feature. Then there is this cut over here. This cut is also feature, right? Uh, Mount is also feature. These hairs are also feature. These leaves are also feature. Okay, these words are also feature because they are written in the particular script. There is a particular script. There are particular angles, points to this. So these are features, right? So interesting. While identifying the feature, there are interesting regions and there are non-interesting regions. So these are interesting regions. These points, these curves, these are interesting region. So, and this black area or this complete plain area is not interesting region. We are not interested into this. We are interested into these curves, these points, right? To complete the picture, to complete the image. So this table, this table is rectangular. How we can say that? With the help of this points or this curves. Okay, we will able to say that this is rectangular table, let's say, right? Okay. Detecting and describing a feature. So there is one library. You can use this. We can use this library directly. This library will help us to detect. Nowadays there is no need to do the programming also. Actually, the various tools are available. Everything is available. Hmm. This is OpenGL library, ORB features, or oriented fast and oriented brief. So feature detection helps, we can do with the help of oriented fast, and feature description we can do with the help of rotated brief. Two things. So here, this features are identified with the help of these green dots. You can see. So these green dots are on the points and edge, not on the non-interesting, not on the plain region. So in this way, we can use the ORB library. So we'll go for a demo directly. Okay, we'll go for it demo. Now I'll share my complete screen, entire screen. So this is Spider. So this is I'm having the code in the Spider itself directly. So this book I'm using this book to now when I'll run the program, my camera maybe will get turned off. So first of all, we'll go for feature detection. I've taken 1000 features. You can change that parameter, no problem. So if I'll run this, so this image I have taken, this English image I have taken, but this works on this book also, because the main important thing is this picture, right? So it has detected. You can change this and you can see the difference. Now feature matching. What about feature matching? So what is feature matching? My PC is very slow because I have installed a number of things into this, and that's why it is taking time.
Yeah, it's continuously getting downloaded huge data, no? That's why.
Yes, sir. So sorry for that. Actually, it is taking
No,
too
no,
much of
not
time.
sorry. It's a common issue with everyone. Data is continuously updated and will not try to remove the data. We'll think sometime it will require.
I'll now I'll try to run this. Yeah, I guess my screen is visible. Now you can see this is the book I have shown you. Now it is trying to match the features. As you can see, trying to match the features. Isn't it right?
Participants should observe it. It's very interesting and very important for our AI/ML and how the application is being
Yeah.
developed. If you have any queries, we put it in the chat box, but you observe it, how features are getting matched.
Everything is like available on the Google. You also can do this. No, nothing into this.
Actually, it's real time that's getting
Yeah. My laptop is sorry about that. Okay. Now, this is about feature matching and image augmentation. So I'll try to augment a new image onto this page with the help of image augmentation. Able to see this now. So yeah, you can see on the book I have augmented another card. See, is it visible? Yes. Okay. So it works, if I'll take out of the screen also, then also it will work. Yeah. So this is interesting. This is interesting for young
very
generation, young
interesting.
people. Young people, they enjoy it so much actually, right? So then I have I'm having another volume control application also with me. I'll show that also. hand tracking, the control. So my Spotify is open now. Spotify. I'll play this song. As you can see. Now if I do this, this volume will get low. I'll do this. Is it audible?
Yeah, audible. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. So another this volume control application. So there are like various libraries. It will detect your palm like this, and we can do this. Okay, anybody can do this, right? Now the last one actually, the Harry Potter's cloak. That Harry Potter cloak is very interesting. I'll show you. Okay, should work. Harry Potter cloak. Just a minute. Close this. We'll do it again. So everybody knows about that Harry Potter's cloak, right? That
Participants should respond in the chat box.
That makes a human invisible. That's what the Harry Potter clock is all about.
Krishna, if possible, you turn on the microphones if they want to speak. Krishna, you turn on their microphone if they want to
Yes, sir.
speak.
Yeah, no problem, sir. Just a minute. So I'll run this Harry Potter's cloak. Now, as you can see, there is a particular image in front of you right now. So if I take this, if I take this now, you can see it is this. I guess I'm completely dissipated, right?
Yeah, visible. Yeah, good.
I'm disappeared, right? I guess I'm disappeared. I'm here, but disappeared. Correct. So we can do this number of things with the help of virtual reality and augmented reality. So that's it from my side to show you.
First of all, participants should respond in the chat box. We'll be happy if you want to speak something. Any queries, doubts? Sir has underlined very interesting demonstrations in this AI, the reality, the virtual reality, augmented reality. Rajesh sir, interesting. I'm very happy. Rajesh sir is also there. He's a taken a time for us to interact with us.
Yeah. I learned something about virtual reality. Thank you very much, sir. Kamble, sir. Even
Thank you, sir.
I knew only few things about augmented reality and virtual reality.
Yeah,
So I want to embed the virtual reality or augmented reality in the machine learning or deep learning. I learned something from you, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Yes, sir.
Rajesh sir, repeat what you are speaking. You can turn on your camera if possible, sir. Rajesh sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. Even I learned a
Yeah.
bit about this virtual reality and augmented reality, sir. Now I have seen your demonstration, sir. So
Yeah.
I'm interested to integrate virtual reality with machine learning or deep learning like that. I'm thinking, sir.
Oh, okay,
How
sir.
we can
Nice.
embed it. To be frank, I'm having little knowledge on augmented reality, sir. But I know now I can speak about this virtual reality and augmented reality.
We
With
can
your,
integrate, sir. We can integrate it. Yeah,
yes.
sir. Yeah. And
Thank
Sai is
you, sir.
asking about what skills should one to know be like we are developer. So there are various tools available, right? And Python, you can do with the help of Python also, an OpenGL library also.
Sai, you got your queries answered? Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Sai.
Yeah, any other queries, you can put it as we
Uh,
are supposed to closing. If you have any queries, if you want to speak something, it's very interesting
I'll,
demonstrations
I'll,
Pratik sir
if
has
you
come
don't
up
have
with.
any query right now, I'll drop my mail ID. You can
Yeah.
contact me on that mail ID, no problem.
Yeah. Those who want to continue projects or something in this, they can approach. So Pratik sir has underlined his mail ID in the chat box. Okay, further any queries if you want to, yeah, number is also there.
No problem.
Participants can come up with some interactions if you want to interact, else we have to proceed. Okay. Actually, first of all, I am very much happy as both speakers, first Rajesh sir and Pratik sir, immediately accepted our invitation, and they have taken their time and they have interacted with us. So personally, I am very much thankful to Rajesh sir as well as Pratik sir. So Rajesh sir talked about different algorithms for machine learning, deep learning, and further Pratik sir has come up with some demonstrations with some recognition feature. He has interacted some HCI real world feature, and it's very interesting treat for our participants. So I'm very much thankful to once again Pratik sir and Rajesh sir.
Thank you, sir.
We may disturb you again and again because as our participants likes your interaction, so they may demand more thing from naturally. But thank you once again.
I'll
Sir.
try to improve. If
Yeah.
anything,
Yeah.
like is like I'm forgetting, so please forgive me. And thank you again, sir, for giving me the opportunity to speak in like on this big platform. Thank you so
Yeah.
much, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Over to Saeed.
Yes, sir. So once again, I am really grateful, and once again, on behalf of IIT Pune Chapter, Buds Engineering Academy and Civic Incubation Center, I would like to thank and extend a grateful thank you to Pratik sir and Rajesh sir for spending their time with us and sharing their expertise and insights with us. We are really grateful. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Uh, Moving on to the participants, the week 3 quiz and the week 3 quiz will be sent shortly. Make sure you attempt the quiz as it is compulsory. So Arjun sir, should we end the session today? Sir, we are unable to hear you, sir. Unmute. Arjun sir, unmute.
Yeah. Okay. Then quiz will be shared shortly, and okay then. Okay. Yes, we can end the session now.
Okay, thank you so much to all the participants for joining us today. I'll
Yeah.
end the session now.
Okay.